Hi. Your belief about what you're capable of informs what you're capable of. One of the biggest things in my growth journey was shifting and changing my beliefs about what I was capable of doing. It was about shifting my beliefs about my identity, about who I was. And it started, more or less, with shifting my belief about my identity from I'm a asthmatic, artsy, soft girl, couch potato with no athletic capacity. I'm awkward, I'm clumsy, my legs are too long. From that to I'm a person who works out. I'm a person who's really strong. I'm a person who's very athletic. I'm a person who other people perceive to be very athletic. I am a person who accomplishes their goals, who does what they say they're going to do. And all those little pieces have built and built and built on each other to shift my identity over time into that person completely. And now it's actually still funny to me at times when people receive me, when they first meet me, as like the super sporty, strong, athletic chick. Because there's a little part of me that is that soft girl, artsy, just wants to like cuddle and dream on the couch all day girl. I'm her too still, right? But we're complex, baby. We contain multitudes. We can hold many, many identities that all work together. So shifting our beliefs about our identities is, for what has been for me, one of the key ingredients to transforming my life in accordance with my desires and bringing my desires into being, of getting out of really shitty, miserable, internal and external conditions in life. Depression, anxiety, shitty relationships, shitty jobs, feeling isolated, disconnected, low energy, low motivation, despairing. Ooh, we gotta be real careful with despair. That shit it'll kill you, unfortunately. This is serious shit to me. Transformation is serious shit to me. Because I've been in those very, very dark places before. And it was little steps that got me out. I am zealous about little steps, these little shifts. So how do we shift our beliefs and our identity? Like, can you just, sometimes I have experienced where something just clicks and you're like, oh, I could be that person. But sometimes it's really hard to conceive of ourselves as the type of person we want to be. We can barely even imagine the type of person that we want to be. But we can figure it out through problem solving, through breaking it down into little chunks. We can ask ourselves, what do I want? And if we can entertain what we want a little bit, even if it feels scary, we can ask, well, what does the person who has this thing do? What are they like? How do they identify? What are their qualities? What do other people think about them? Not in the, what's my cat? Hey, Murphy. Not in a like, what are other people's opinions about me sort of way, but if this person walked into a room, how would they carry themselves? Right? So again, how do we make these little shifts? How do we make these little changes in our beliefs and our behaviors? And this is where we need to bring things into the actionable, into the material, because I do have the experience and the belief that so much can shift just in here and here, in the imagination, not just my mind and my internal monologue, but in my imagination. If I can make a shift in my imagination, I can make a shift in the material. So I like to start in the imagination and go, like, what would I want to be? What would I want to do? But sometimes doesn't feel accessible, especially when you're dealing with a lot of hard emotional things. Your imagination can feel kind of cut off. So again, what are the little steps? We can prove to ourselves through very tiny actions that we are the identity that we desire to be, that we already are that person, by choosing the most sort of accessible, actionable, immediate things that we can do now, today. Not something that's dependent on someone else, not something that's dependent on chance, And listen, like the forces of other people and chance and like things will come to your aid that you could never even imagine. People will get put into your path. Circumstances will shift in your favor. Those things will happen when you are on the path. And to get on the path, you have to choose to be on it. That's it. You got to choose to be on the path. And then when you choose to be on the path, you can ask yourself and you can begin to implement these small shifts in behavior that are going to have a really big effect. And to me, that effect is not just the literal effects of the action, right? It is what that action tells you about yourself and makes you think and believe about yourself. So if I wake up and I've committed to a new gym routine, I want to be a strong person, I want to be an athletic person, I feel like maybe like that's in my heart, but I don't feel like it yet. I feel wheezy and in pain and tired all the time, right? Okay, well, what does an athletic person do? They train. They train no matter what. They train, or if they get an injury, they take a rest day. An athletic person trains. That is what they do. It is part of their identity. It is part of my identity. It's what I do. And it actually doesn't even matter, like the intensity to which, like to me now, the intensity to which I train barely matters at all, because that's fine for my goals and stuff right now. It's about doing it. It's about reinforcing that belief. And this is the type of person I am. I'm a person who takes care of their body, who celebrates and moves it in a way that is really enjoyable to them. I genuinely love weight training. So that's what I do. Might not be that for you, right? It could be so many other things: martial arts, dance, hiking, rucking, swimming, or, you know, take your pick. Our beliefs about the type of person we are inform our actions. So if we can start to change our aim about the type of person we want to be, and then choose actions that reinforce that identity, now we got something. Here's my cat. It's his birthday today. This is Murphy, aka Chims, aka Chimley. It's his birthday today. He's my big boy. Look how big that cat is. Say hi, buddy. Okay, I think that's a good place to leave it for today. You got this. Be on path. Be on purpose. Believe you are who you want to be. Go get 'em.